Don't give me hope, because we are showing some signs of life in this La Liga title race. This was a very big 3 points that we've just picked up. And I know that we're still 4 points off of Barcelona. And I know that they're the favorites to win this La Liga title. But if they do stumble, if they do drop points, we need to be there to capitalize. And we have to treat every game for the rest of this season like a cup final if we're going to have any chance of winning this league. It's no longer in our control. We're going to need some help. But we got to take care of the business that's in front of us. And that's exactly what we did today. Real Madrid won. Bilbao 0. And this was the best performance that I've seen from Real Madrid in the last 4 or 5 months. We absolutely cooked Bilbao. For anybody that's getting in the comment section crying, saying that this was their B team and that we didn't play that well, you're an idiot. You clearly did not watch the game. Stick to SofaScore or FotMob or any of those other websites that just show you all the data. But if you watched those 98 minutes, if you were locked in on this game, you would have saw how well Real Madrid played. I'm going to be real. Every player for us, except for one, I think had a good game. And we'll talk about that in a few minutes. But we got to start off with who I think is the man of the match. I mean, you guys get in the comment section and tell me if you agree or not. But Fede Valverde, for me, man of the match. Initially, I was going to give that to Vinicius because he cooked. Vinicius has finally arrived in 2025. Now, I'm a little bit annoyed that it's taken him 4 months to show up in the second half of the season, but he put in a very impressive performance today. He was one of the main players that we had that was causing Bilbao's defense a lot of issues. But Valverde, I love this guy. I love Fede Valverde like he's my brother. The goal that he scored today for the win in added time. Are you kidding me with that strike? This guy's goal catalog is a joke. Fede Valverde is one of the most underrated players in world football. This guy does not get spoken about enough. If you don't watch La Liga, or if you don't watch Real Madrid every single week, then you probably don't have Valverde rated that highly. I see the discourse that goes on online. Fede Valverde walks into every team in the world. Fede Valverde is so good that we got to start talking about him as one of the most underrated signings in Real Madrid's history. He's right up there as the best signing in Real Madrid's history. How much did we buy him for? 5 million from South America? We should go give the club that we bought him from an extra 100 million. What a player. If you need Valverde to put in a shift in midfield, he's there. Right wing, he's there. Right back, he's there. The angle that he shot that from, off the volley, mind you, is a joke. Valverde is an absolute baller. One of the best players in world football. Put respect on Valverde's name. What a baller. The second player that we got to shout out, Vinicius. The first half, everything that we did was going through him. Same thing in the second half, right? We were trying to force the ball to Vinicius, and Bilbao were doubling him on that left wing, but he still performed. This guy was putting the ball into dangerous areas. He was creating chances for his teammates. Like that Travella cross into the box that Jude completely messed up was fantastic. Vinicius has finally arrived. I'm going to need him to play like this for the rest of the season. And then another player that you could say that's in that man of the match conversation, because I think it's three. Valverde, Vinicius, But to look at a Bilbao player, I think Unai Simon has to be in that conversation. He had a very good performance today. He made some big saves for Bilbao. If this game would have ended 0-0 or a 1-1, I would have said that he was the best player. Because we were peppering shots and he made big saves, right? Bilbao's defense were blocking all these shots. You would have thought that Yao Ming was in the box. We couldn't penetrate them. But those three players, for me, they really stood out. But as far as Real Madrid are concerned, this is all that I've asked for. Why couldn't we play like this for a majority of the season? Why has it taken us so long to wake up? Why did it take for us to get knocked out of the UCL to perform like this? If we would have played like this against Arsenal, maybe we'd be in the semifinals right now. This was a fantastic performance, defensively and in the midfield. Bilbao couldn't really chat to us today. I know that their attack was a little bit weakened, right? Nico Williams was injured, so he didn't play today. But I'm not worried about him. Valverde would have locked him up. If Nico Williams started this game, he would have been introduced to the Fede Valverde penitentiary. This guy would have done 90 minutes to life. When he would have went home today, Valverde, Nico Williams would have fell out his pocket. Nico Williams is a scrub. He's not as good as you stat merchants think he is. You don't watch him. You guys only see highlights. Nico Williams is mid. Inaki Williams and Sanket didn't start this game as well. They came off the bench. But even in the second half, when they were brought on, they did nothing. Inaki Williams, I didn't even see him when he got brought on. We were on smoke. I got to give Carlo Ancelotti a lot of credit as well. We all know there's a lot of pressure on this manager. We all seen the reports about him leaving at the end of the season. The club are already trying to sign up Xabi Alonso. There's a lot of pressure on this manager. And today, I think he got it right. The starting 11 was perfect. The 4-4-2, going back to what we did last season, the diamond. I predicted that we would do that with Mbappe not being available for this game. And it worked. We actually looked fluent today. We've saw so many shit Real Madrid performances that when we finally see a good one like this, it just blows my mind because I start to remember that my players are good and this is what they're capable of. Crazy. Now, in terms of who didn't play that well, it's two players that I'm looking at. I think Dani Ceballos today was pretty mediocre. He just came back from injury a week ago. So we're not going to, go too much in on him, right? He's now trying to, get back to match fitness. But Jude Bellingham today, bruv, what was that? You blew some very good opportunities, right? 2 headers in the span of 30 seconds. How are you not converting one of them? This guy Jude is like 6'1 or 6'2, and he's not an aerial threat. Today, Jude was our worst player. And you guys know how much I rate Jude. I think he's a baller. I think Jude is one of the better players in the world. I think he's one of the best all-around midfielders. But he needs to work on his aerial abilities because there's no reason that throughout this season, you've wasted all of those headers. Aside from that, I don't really have that many complaints. I think Camavinga cooked today. Oh my days. The shift that Camavinga put in at left back, his form is starting to turn around. That's now 3 straight good games for Camavinga. We all know, right? Camavinga's been super mid this season. He's been dealing with a lot of injuries, and then when he's been fit, his performances have not been that good. But today, cooked. At left back, he was all over that left side of the pitch. His ball progression is amazing. One of the best ball carriers in world football. He's now performed against Arsenal in the first leg. He had a good game against Alaves, and now he's followed that up with another good performance against a very good team in Athletic Bilbao, who are sitting 4th in the league, who are the favorites to win the Europa League. They are a very good side. And he cooked today. Camavinga's been so good lately, he needs to start against Barca in the Copa del Rey final. I think the back line, Rudiger, Asensio, they dealt with whatever Bilbao were throwing at them. Valverde, we talked about him. Courtois didn't really have that much to do. He did have to make a good save. But aside from that, Bilbao didn't really threaten him. The midfield, Tchouaméni, cooked. Very good defensive performance from Tchouaméni today. He played that destroyer role in the midfield very well. Made some very important tackles. Luka Modric, 40 years old, still putting in good shifts at the highest level. Don't compare your midfield legends to mine. Certain teams, their midfield legends are in the MLS. One of your legends was in a charity game with I Show Speed. Luka Modric is 40 years old, still showing that he's not done. What a performance today from him, who I don't think he was amazing, but when I factor in his age, it just makes it so much more impressive. This guy should be in Saudi. This guy should be in the MLS, but yet he's at the Bernabéu still balling. I think Rodrigo today, solid performance. The one complaint that I have with him is structurally, where the hell is this guy playing? Sometimes I'll see him on the left. Next time I'll see him on the right. I think we have to figure that out. The next manager that comes in needs to put Rodrigo on one side of the pitch and tell him to stay there. I think Rodrigo was solid. No complaints, bro. No complaints. This was one of the best performances that we've seen from Real Madrid in the second half of the season. And like I said, we're definitely still not in any position where we can get too excited about this La Liga title race, right? Let's just be very honest, because Barcelona are still the favorites, and we're going to need them to capitulate. But it's like I said, we have to take care of the games that we have, because we've saw Barca lately. They don't look that threatening. They needed the refs' help to beat Celta Vigo, a shaky win. They lost against Dortmund, and now they got to go take on Inter Milan in the UCL semifinals. That might mess them up. And if on the off chance Barcelona stumble, we need to be there to capitalize. So let's see how these next few weeks play out. We got a Copa del Rey final coming up, which is an El Clasico. And then we're also going to be playing Barcelona May 11th. That could be a title decider. This league is not over yet. I'm still giving us a 5% chance to win it. All that I need is just us to keep playing like how we did today. The goals will come. The first half was a bit boring. We weren't really able to create any clear-cut chances, but we were the better team. But the second half is what impressed me the most. The second half, we were on smoke. The second half, we were absolutely killing them. Look at all those chances that we were creating. If we were a bit more clinical, this game could have been wrapped up before Valverde had to save us in added time. And it would have been a shame to drop points this game, because if we would have lost or if we would have drawn, effectively the La Liga title race hopes go from 5% to 0.8%. It would have been non-existent. It would have been dead. We would have had to put the La Liga title race in the bag. But look, it is what it is, man. I need to know what you guys are saying. Some calls that didn't go our way today, right? Like when Vinicius initially scored, it got ruled off because Endrick was offsides. I think that was the fair call. And I do want to say, before we get out of here, that the refs today, I don't understand how we don't get a penalty. Jude Bellingham was kicked in the box, his leg, just like how the Barca player was when they got their pen to beat Celta Vigo. So why is it that we didn't get that call? Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section, but it doesn't look like we're Madrid, right? I mean, a lot of these decisions are going against us. So just want to throw that out there. But we picked up the 3 points, so it's all good. But I want to know what you guys are saying for this game, right? Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, get in the comment section, and join that Discord. The link is pinned down below. Massive 3 points. Holla Madrid!